I seen rivers of fire. People are burning. There's been people burning there for many, many, many years, hundreds of years. People their flesh burns. They burn, and the flesh falls. And your bones get nice and toasty and black and gray. And when it's done, then the flame, your skin, your flesh starts growing back on you. And then the flames start again. And I also seen maggots crawling through your flesh, in your bones. And they're eating you. They're eating your flesh. It makes no difference. Just picture yourself now in the earth. If you have bugs or maggots eating your flesh, how will that feel? But you're in hell already. There's nothing you can do. You have to. That's the torture. That's your everlasting torture life in there. I seen teenagers for the disobedience of their parents. I seen pastors because it said in the word, for they have robbed me of my tithing. I seen Christians because they didn't want to get up and do anything for God. And then Christians doing things at home, thinking that nobody will see them. I keep repenting, but they just never got out of doing what they kept doing and playing with God. They were either warm or either cold, but they're lukewarm. They just kept playing and playing and playing. But the flames there rise higher on Christians. Demons torture you in different way, even sexually. They can tear your head. They can sexually attack you. They can cut you. They can stab you. They will tear you to pieces, and you're still alive. You can feel everything that's going on. I seen witches. I seen warlocks. Because Satan told them that he was going to promise them their kingdom if they serve him, which it was a lie. All he wanted was your soul. One soul is a million souls to the Lord. That's how valuable your soul is. As I'm walking through these dirt road, there's fire and there's screaming, there's shouting, and people saying that, let me out. Let me out. I want to do right. I want to do right this time. I promise to do right. Let me go out and tell the world and let them know that this is a real place. Hell is real.
I died and met Jesus, and he did not look like or talk like anything I was expecting. And this is the full story. It was 4.5 years ago, with my skull cracked in half after an accident, that I actually died and then went into an 18-day coma. And I left my body and I was brought to heaven. It wasn't just a location. This heaven was a person. This heaven had a breath. This heaven had a song. I'd always wondered about all the things of heaven. Yet when I was brought to the city of light, left, right, up, down, the streets, the mansions, the flowers, the trees, every single inch spoke. Every single inch sang, smelled, breathed at the same exact time. It was all for his glory. They sang the same note, worthy is the Lamb. It was beautiful. It was not just somewhere. It was literally someone that I was being enveloped by. I felt like I was free falling into an ocean of liquid love. And I'd always been told of Jesus. I even claimed to know all these things about him. But it's different when you're there. I'm brought to the center and I'm brought before him. This is a holy place. This is a reverent place. This is where he is. What's so wild, my face was down. I thought at best I would be an acquaintance. I was like done for. I was so concerned that the record of my mistakes was going to be pulled up. Tears are running down my face. And he picks me up. He literally picked me up, held up my face, looked me right in the eyes, and said, Gabriel, why are you concerned about that which I paid for? And he asked me that with full sincerity. To him, I wasn't forgiven 2,000 years ago. I was forever forgiven. I was forever redeemed. I was forever his. And he didn't look like anything I was expecting. Seriously. we're presented this feminine, nice Jesus. That wasn't the Christ I saw. He wasn't just the lamb. He was a lion. Like, seriously, not someone to mess around with. Like, he was a man, if you know what I'm saying, like fully man, yet perfect. 33 yet eternal at the same exact time. And I saw the wounds. They weren't in the middle of his hand. They were in his wrist. Yet they weren't 2 inches. They carried the depth of my mistake. They had a name. Gabriel was written on his wrists. Gabriel was written as the spear in his side. Gabriel was written as the nails in his feet and the crown of thorns on his head. He did it all for me. My time with him, he waited his entire life just to meet with me, like I was his everything. I was his only one, forever and always. He showed me who I am. He showed me that it wasn't even about my faith in him. It was his faith in me that had carried me. It was his faith in me. When he was on the cross, he wasn't just doing it because he had to. He was on the cross because he wanted me. He wanted me. He willingly took every beating. He willingly took it all just for me. Just for me. I realized that I was forever his. He didn't even consider loving me. He didn't even think about it. He didn't even... As far as the east is from the west, my sin was removed. It was done. The work was complete. He didn't have some love for me. He was love. Love wasn't a part of him. Love was him and will forever be him. It was like his very nature. It was his very identity. And then I found, as I looked into love, love was looking at me. But something must have been mistaken, because somebody must have misplaced me, because as this love looked at me, it was literally the same exact way the Father was looking at Jesus. The same love. The same exact love. He looked at me. And it was the truth. It wasn't like up to my opinion. It wasn't even, I don't even claim it was like just my perspective. No, like this was the truth, not words on a book. This was the truth standing before me. He spoke to me not in English. I'm telling you the memory of it back in English, but he spoke to me to the depth of my heart. Without even uttering audible words, he would speak something that I can't even describe. I still don't even have words to fully describe my encounter. He showed me timelines. He showed me Moses and Elijah. And before he sent me back, I never wanted to leave him. Never wanted to leave being with him. He looked at me and said, Gabriel, your time is not up. You must go back. Tell my family who I really am. And tell them I'm coming to get them soon. I'm coming back soon. And when he looked at me, like his eyes, there's a lion in his eyes. I saw when he's coming back, actually, many are going to mistake him. Many are expecting this soft, nice Jesus to come back. He's not nice. He's not soft. He's not tolerant. He's a lion of the tribe of Judah, not someone to mess around with. Soon thereafter, that I saw the prayers of his family, my family, not just my earthly family. No, I'm talking about our real family. We weren't just like brothers and sisters in Christ. No, like I saw the family of Christ was truly one, and I saw their prayers. Many of you were praying over me 4 years ago when you found out about my accident. Thank you. I saw your prayers. They were gathered by Christ himself, and I was sent back. It was like they were highways from heaven to earth. I miraculously woke up from my body. It's been all verified. We've actually done an entire documentary. The doctors have come out and publicly stated how this is a miracle, how they have no explanation for my life. I went on to completely recover. My skull was healed. I gained back my weight. I've actually written 18 Days in Heaven. It's currently going viral right now. It's
1st of 2020. I died. I must have had a heart attack in my sleep. And you know, when I tell people this, they say, you sure it's not a dream? You sure it's not a dream? I go, listen, man, I'm 45 years old. I know what a dream is. And this is far from any dream you could ever think of. This was more real than me and you talking right now face to face, because when you die, You feel everything a million times more enhanced than you feel now on earth. I felt every single cell on my body, every single hair I can feel. And you know everything. Your soul knows everything instantly. I knew everything. Boom. I knew I was going to hell when I died. I knew it right away when I knew I died and I knew I was going to hell. Right away, I screamed out the shahada, which in Islam we do. You know, ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, ashhadu anna Muhammadan rasulullah. And I screamed, the scream that I screamed, you know, I mean, I will blow the roof off my house. That's how the terrifying scream that you would not, that's how bad I screamed. And I screamed it and I screamed it. And then I said, Allahu Akbar, like 8 times. And then right after that, I was wondering, you know, and I'm falling in this black abyss, falling so fast. And I'm wondering, am I going to get up? Am I waking up? Because, you know, sometimes when you have a dream, you're falling and you just pop up like that. That's what I was waiting for. And then it's not. And then my soul's telling me, you're dead. You're going to hell for eternity. Once my soul told me that it's not true. When I said Allahu Akbar and it said this is not true. You're going to hell for eternity. And when I felt the hopelessness, when you know that you have God separated from you and you don't have God and there's no hope in your eternity, like there's no hope. I mean, man, I don't wish this on my worst enemy. This feeling of hopelessness is unbearable. I mean, the hopelessness you have on earth is nothing comes close to it. Mm. I felt that hopelessness. And then there's this white light flying around me so fast. And my soul knew instantly it was my guardian angel. And this guardian angel, this is the only way I can explain this in life. This angel's voice was the most scariest and the most beautiful voice in one. It was so piercing and it was so desperate for me. I felt the love of this angel was so desperate for me. It's like I knew he was with me my whole life, you know, trying to guide me, you know, trying to help me. And so whatever, I don't know if it was a he or she or it, whatever, but because this voice was unbearable, unbelievable. I can never get it out of my head. Every single day I can hear this voice and it was coming from this ear and this ear. Amir, please. It was begging me, please, you have to listen, hurry. He can still hear you. You have to tell him before your soul leaves your body. Tell Jesus to save you before your soul leaves your body. Hurry, please, do it now. And I'm looking down and I see another portal and that a pit. And I'm like, there's no way. What do you mean? What do you mean, Jesus? No way. What do you mean? What about Allah? What this and that? And I'm doing this. I'm like, oh my God. Like, and then I said, right before I said, please, Jesus, come into my heart and save me. In a big flash, in a big thunder, like a bolt, like a sound. And the force, when I came back into my body, the force, my body flew off my bed. I was sweating like water. My wife got so terrified. She was going to call 911. I was like, oh my, babe, I had a heart attack. I died. You're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe it. She's like, just go back to bed. It was like 3-something in the morning. It was late, you know? And I'm like, I didn't sleep. I go, oh my God, there's no way. There's no way this is happening. There's no way. And I still denied it. I go, there's no way. I go, I got to read the Quran again. I got to read the Quran. There's no way this can't be happening because, you know, a lot of times in Islam, they say the devil plays tricks on you and he comes in, you know, he'll come in, looking like a prophet or something, you know, it's kind of ironic because in Galatians 1:7, when I read that, angel of light. So I was like, there's no way. So I cried on the way to work in the morning. I was crying my eyes off, man, crying. I couldn't believe it. So I started reading the Quran and I took my time and just to show that I'm not lying and making things up. I write everything down. I have 2 journals. I write everything. So I wrote surahs from the Quran that stuck out to me that I want, you know, and I did the same for the Bible. I did them both and I read them both. And I have 2 journals full. I write everything because I keep reading over them so I could memorize and I memorize them, you know. And when I'm reading, the more I'm reading, the stronger this angel's voice is in my ears. He's the only one that can save you. He's the only one that can save you. Jesus, he's the only one that can save you every time. And then when I read about the crucifixion about Jesus, that's when it hit me because I read it before. And when I read it again this time, it was different. It was different. It's like, there's no way there's no way. There's no way that God is going to make somebody look like Jesus and deceive trillion and zillions of souls, because Islam and Christian and Jesus are over 600 years apart. Okay. So God Almighty took 6 days to create everything, but it took him 600 years to create Islam and to say that Jesus wasn't crucified, and that didn't set right with me.